actually really exciting for me because I haven't really shared this story in whole with anybody yet. I've shared pieces of it, but I want to tell you a little bit about how we came to be. So Alley Insurance Agency was actually started by my husband several years ago, and in 2010, so placing the scene in 2010, he was working the hamster wheel in a corporate setting, and he was like, gosh, I really just don't feel like this is what I'm meant to be doing. And so he thought and he thought, what else could he do? And he remembered a friend from childhood's parent who was an insurance broker, and he thought, that is so cool. He could totally help people, but also help them just build a foundation, not be like, touchy-feely, but help. So he's like, okay, I want to help people have that foundation. So he's like, how would I go about that? So he started looking around, and he recognize that there are a lot of insurance companies that will bring on agents, and you can represent that one insurance company, right? So we've got lots of those: State Farm, Farmers Insurance, all kinds, out there. And so he went to work for one of them, and he's like, okay, this is great. And of course they do a lot of the marketing themselves, and you can get all kinds of training. So he's like, I'm going to be a superhero for people. I'm going to represent this insurance agency, and I am going to help people build that foundation. So Barry is doing this 2010. He's training, he's bringing more people on, and then he's like, well, I mean, this is good and all, but I'm really feeling like there's people that come to me and I can't quite fit them, or I can't quite get them what they need because I'm only under this one group, and so I can only offer the things that this group is good at. And that was something that was news to me, that groups actually have better emphasis in different things. So he's like, gosh, this is not really going as great as I thought it would. I mean, it's fine for those people that fit this particular insurance company and they're just the right kind of person, but if they're anything outside of there, I can't really help them, and I want to help more people. So he started thinking, this has not worked. I am not the superhero I wanted to be. Let's take a look at this again. What can I do? And he said, aha, I have an idea. I'll represent many insurance companies. So he decided to start Alley Insurance Agency in 2013. And in doing that, he was able to bring on many more insurance companies. And so now we represent all kinds. So these are a bunch of the different insurance companies that we represent. And what is really interesting to me, and I don't know why it never occurred to me, but we all have our own specific niches that we're really good at, right? So we know the subcultures, we know all the details. Each one has kind of a different nuance, so it certainly isn't apples to apples. So what he does is he takes in the information from people, and he's able to kind of go through and go, okay, I think these 2 or 3 companies would be best. Let me put your information up to against the policies that they offer, and then he comes back and he presents those policies to people so that they can really know what is the best, instead of having to like go and investigate and figure out. It really is kind of a specialized thing for you to know how to shop for the right kind of insurance. And then he meets me, and that's the best part, right? And I'm in marketing, so I'm like, okay, well, this is cool, but I don't really know anything about insurance. So he took a look at my insurance, and I found out that when I had gotten divorced several years prior, that my insurance agent had given me the lowest coverage that the state requires. Which means I would have lost my new home that I purchased. I would have lost pretty much everything, all my savings, if anything had happened, like if somebody had sued me, I would not be in a good place. And I was shocked because I did not realize that my insurance guy, I think he had been well-meaning. I think he had assumed that when I got divorced, I needed the lowest or the cheapest rate. But even if that had been the case, he had never reevaluated or sat down with me. And so what was interesting was Barry, though, did not tell me to leave my insurance company. Even though that was the case, he told me to change the policy, because I still fit in a very small window to get the best rate than any other insurance company. So then I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. This guy actually I'm dating, he has integrity because he's not telling me, oh, you need to come to me no matter what. But he's also showing me how to change my policy so I can get the better rate with somebody else. So I was like, okay, this is really cool. I do want to partner with you, and I need to learn about this. I need to grow up a little bit and learn about insurance. So that was really cool. And so I was like, yeah, let's marry this guy. So we got married a couple years later, and we did a destination wedding. So that's him and me. And then since 2017, we've been married, and I am an official partner in the business, and obviously I am in charge of the marketing, and I say I'm in charge of the marketing and the fun. So we do auto, home, business, earthquake, farm and ranch, general liability, life, flood, motorcycle, mobile home, long-term care, an umbrella insurance, you know, and that, which is a really important one. I know a couple of you that we've met with have been really smart about making sure you have umbrella insurance when you have your own business too. It's really important to take a look at that because there are some things that can get missed. And and then this year the income protection has been really interesting with people suffering from their job loss or from just job changes and transitions, and making sure that they have coverage. Of course, the wildfires were a big thing too. Recently, that we're working with some people and helping them through their claims process. We serve Oregon and Washington. We have noticed, especially with people who have multiple properties, that especially being this close to Washington, it's really nice that we do both, so that people can have both of their properties being managed under the same insurance person. So you can schedule a consultation with us. Check out my pretty example here. Thank you, Karen Davis, for being my model. And it was really neat to talk with her and kind of figure out where she's at. And of course, you can see Barry there. So would love it if you guys wanted to schedule a meeting with us so that we could just go through this and consult. And like I said, even if we're not the right fit or we can't find a better policy for you, happy to give you some ideas on how you can get better rates or what coverage maybe that you're not looking at that you might want to consider. We do have a monthly newsletter. As I mentioned, a lot of times you can see we're reviewing businesses in the area. We're also just sharing regular information. We have a client referral program. So when you refer somebody that becomes a client, we give you a Starbucks or a Dutch Brothers gift card, as well as donate to Habitat for Humanity. And we like to volunteer with them, but right now with COVID, it's kind of funky, but we definitely still contribute to their efforts. And then we have, and this one I really want you guys to be aware of, partnering with professionals. So you can be featured as a recommended professional on our website. So in what you're doing, whether you're a naturopath, you know, you're a personal stylist, you know, the Kangen water, all of these things, financial planner, I really recommend that you go to our website and sign up to become a preferred professional in our Success Center, and it will show you how we will help promote you. And of course, I'm the marketer, so that includes my, you know, having access to me. And like right here, this is my tree guy. Really love working with him. We only put people on here who we actually know and have worked with. So really want to encourage you to do that. And I will put that link in the Facebook group. And that is us. That is Barry, my awesome husband. That is me and my little Winnie. She's my marketing assistant. And Jax, who is our client cuddler. Thanks for having me.